So right off the bat, we're going to get started with this reading. I am hearing the words, are you ready for round 2? So this round 2, what is round 2? Round 2 is a signifying of a continuation from round 1. Okay, so you might have just completed a major cycle with round 1. And so now you're finishing round 1 and now you're starting with round 2. Some interesting parallels to this reading. The themes of magic might be of significance to you. The themes of fairy tales might also be of significance to you. The themes of pregnancy, so either you're around people who are getting pregnant or there's just been a pregnancy announcement. But there's something about pregnancy around you as well. And again, like, pregnancy doesn't necessarily have to be a physical pregnancy. It could be the birthing of something new, right? But if it's round 2, it's almost like the recreation of round 1. So what was round 1 all about? What was round 1 all about for this collective? Oh, this card. The Fool. Okay. Round 1 was all about setting yourself up for new experiences, setting yourself up for new paradigms, setting yourself up for new ways to see yourself, but also to see your place in the world. What was really pulling my attention was the way this figure was looking down, seated upon his throne, his or her throne, right? So round 2 is very much, it's like this circling back to this, but now look at how much higher you are, right? Look at your experiences that you have dealt with in the past. I'm hearing 10 years, so this is a 10-year cycle for a lot of you, okay? Wow. Major completion. Major. Let's go back, sorry. Stimming out. What else is coming through? Oh, and then they're referencing back to the pregnancy, right? Like, this is you birthing and almost being reborn into the world, reintroducing yourself into your reality from this new level of experience, but also this new level of perception. And also this new level, I'm hearing a new character. You're playing from a new character. It's like the character that you had in the past, round 1, you leveled up and now you're in round 2. Very cool. What's at the bottom? Whoa, what's at the bottom? The Ace of Cups. So what does this signify for us? They wanted me to keep going. The Emperor. So what does this mean? If this was underneath the Fool, this tells me that in round 1, you quite literally went through so many different emotional shifts, mental shifts, physical shifts, quite literal energetic upgrades of many sorts. I'm hearing dark nights of the soul. There have been so many different stark contrasts to life that you have had to navigate through round 1. Ready Player One may also be significant, okay? So now with this new round that's happening, so we're entering round 2, this is a culmination of the experiences that have now quite literally put you at the top. You have the Fool with the Emperor at the bottom, right? So even though you may be reintroduced to your reality and even to the reality of people that you've never met before, even though you're new, or to them, you're not very much new to the scene. You're not very much new to the wisdom that you've been speaking, right? Like, this isn't new for you. It may be new for the people that are experiencing you for the first time, because they're like, who is this person? And how come I've never heard of them before? And like, where have they been? You know, like, their energy is completely different. It feels out of this world. Like, who are you? Like, who are you and what are you doing here? Okay. And it's like, oh, hey, hi. I've been here the whole time, but I've kind of been in hermit mode. Learning, cultivating, assimilating my experience, understanding different levels of perception, understanding and allowing myself to observe different levels of retrospection I'm also hearing. Okay, so it's like you're you, and you've been you this whole time, but now people are like, wait, where have you been? Right? They're finally like, thanks also for being you, because we needed you this whole time. So thanks for hopping out of this hermit mode that you've been stuck in for quite some time, because the world is ready to accept you now. Right? When we have the Ace of Cups landing with the Emperor, it's like you will be readily accepted, and you'll be readily accepted by people who are holding significant power. Why? Because with the Ace of Cups, it's like your energy is carrying you forward, right? The work that you've done is carrying you forward in this round 2. So even though this is round 2 and you're like, wait a second, if this is a continuation of round 1, trust and know it's different now because of where you're seated, right? And where you're allowing yourself to be, where you're allowing yourself to hold space. That is all changed. And that had to change. You had to go through that metamorphosis through round 1. So congratulations, you are now on round 2. Round 2. Very good. Very, very good. So we're going to keep going. What's coming up for this collective in round 2? And again, if you are just joining me now, the significant themes for round 2 have to do with magical experiences, fairy tales, okay? And also pregnancy, growth, like tending to a garden. And remember, pregnancy is not always a physical pregnancy. It's you birthing your creation into the world. So some of you could have had creative projects that you've launched, whether they're business endeavors or actual physical, tangible, marketable experiences or items. Like, they're now going to be harnessed and witnessed on more of a global scale because you have now entered round 2, right? You're allowing yourself to be seen. You are allowing yourself to know who you are, and thus that energy is imbued on your creation. So congratulations. You're coming full circle. Very good. Very good. Very good. What else is coming through? They heard stop. So hold on. This is stop. Very good. What is coming through? What does this look like to you? This looks like beauty, right? Very Venus energy, Venusian energy. This looks like reciprocity. This looks like community. This looks like the things that you are giving out to the world being reciprocated, but also igniting forces of light behind them. Wow. My whole body is lighting up from the inside. Okay, you've become this pillar, quite literal, a fiery pillar of transformative energy. It's beautiful. It's remarkable. Have you given yourself a pat on the back today for that? Because if not, let's take the time now to do that. Okay? Okay? Okay. What else would like to come through? I heard shuffle 3 times. 1, 2, 3. A 1, a 2, a 3. Oh, what is that? The Tootsie Pop commercial? How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? Oh, 3, Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. You're sitting on your throne, quite literally. And again, this is gender neutral. But remember, the Queen of Cups, she's so empathetic, okay? She knows things. She knows when to keep her mouth shut. She knows when to deliver the insight that's meant to arise and ignite people from within, right? Look at how beautiful you are, and look at how powerful you are, seated firmly in the knowing of who you are, right? Did you know that was like kind of the clue that you needed to hold on to? And this is what's lighting up round 2 for you. Like, you are going to be shown this in many ways and more. Many, many ways and more. Thank you so much. I love you. They said pull 3. Okay, 1. How are we taking it? Up? Okay. Down? Wow, it came out down. Up. Sorry. Okay. So to continue on, we have 8 of Swords coming out upright. Then we have the 4 of Cups coming out in reverse, right? Exactly how they wanted it. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune coming out upright. How does this read? This reads that you have quite literally gone through the deep recesses of your mind and of your heart. You have gone through turmoil and you've turned it into triumph. You've quite literally made magic out of these small fractal elements that you had around you. And you turned it into gold. You had internal alchemy take place. Turning lead into gold, right? Turning iron into gold. You did that. You did that internally, and you also did that externally. And Wheel of Fortune, this is no small feat. Like, when you understand, like, Wheel of Fortune energy, it's almost like you get thrown into the thick of things, right? And you don't see it straight off the bat. You have no idea what is happening in the moment. You have no idea. You have no idea the magnitude of the levels of creation that you are affecting in these moments. And it is only until after that you really go inward and you surrender and you release what you've done. You did that the magnitude of these experiences then get multiplied back to you in ways that are unimaginable. So sorry, telemarketers, right? and that's the thing. You might have people coming in that are trying to like scam you out of it, or make you fear that you're crazy, or make you feel like, oh, that's not possible. And for them, it's not possible because they don't see themselves for who they truly are, right? And that's okay. Allow them to be there if they want to be there. You don't have to be there, and you've allowed yourself to see that you don't have to be there. You're like, yeah, no, I'm not like you. I'm here to show you what heaven on earth is like, embodied in true form. I'm here to show you that through my discernment. I'm here to show you that through my empathy. I'm here to show you that through my love, but also my wisdom to know when to hold them and when to fold them. I know that now. And you're trusting in that now. That's a whole different level of creation. That's a whole different level of power, of influence, of reciprocity even. Okay? You might even see I'm being drawn to the little chipmunk that's so comfortable just chilling and snacking around me. Like, you might notice animals change their behavior around you. Like, when you step into the room, the presence shifts. You quite literally bring peace with you where you go, and you don't allow anything to disturb that peace anymore. Do you know what it takes to be that? Do you know how far you had to come to get there? Man, woman, child, whoever you are right now. Like, and I say child because you all are a child of God, in my opinion. Like, you're all my babies, and I love you because I'm a child of God too. Okay, so like, do you understand how, like, where you have to be? Like, and how solid you have to be within yourself to hold that integrity, even though everybody else around you is screaming at you because they're of their own trauma, like begging you to get on their level and to support their structures and systems that are collapsing because you're the one collapsing them with your truth. Do you know what it's like to stand in that? I'm telling you right now, that is a gift. So congratulations, you have that gift of discernment, of being that pillar, of being that flame, that torch, that light bearer. My whole body is lighting up right now. My back is on. Okay, so if that's happening to you right now, that is your internal compass, your soul being like, yes, that's me. Woo, yes. That's your soul screaming through your body as recognition, like, yes. And now it's traveling down my legs. Like, yes, you're grounding it in. And when you hold and you feel that and you amplify that by confirming that, like, yes, that is confirmation for me, you then anchor it even more deeply within yourself. Okay? What happens when you do that? When you anchor that even more deeply within yourself, you then anchor it into all the fields around you. Because remember, even though we're hanging out in the physical, we're also hanging out in the ethereal and the spiritual planes, right? In the astral, in the mental, in the emotional worlds, in the water, so to speak, right? And you become a beacon through all those realities. Like, do you know how powerful that is? Do you know how powerful that is? I'm here to remind you. That's powerful. That's powerful. That's powerful. You're powerful, okay? You're so powerful. And with Wheel of Fortune, like, again, I'm so drawn to this because congratulations. You need to give yourself more congratulations. So I'm here. Please take my offering of congratulations. Can I applaud for you? I am so fucking proud of you. And if I could give you a hug, I would give you a hug through the phone. Give me a hug, okay? I am so proud of you. Like, so proud of you. So proud of you. You did it. Like, you literally did it. You did it. And I want you to right now, I did it. Yes, I did it. Claim that. Stand in that knowing. Remember, every interaction is your energy saying yes or no, right? You have the ability to claim it, yes or no. That's why I know you're so discerning of where you put your energy. That's why I know you're so discerning of who it is you allow to even enter into your field, whether it's through your ears, your eyes, right? And even your mouth, who it is that you allow to speak around you and what it is that you allow them to say around you. I know you do that. I know you do that. And that's mastery, because not many people do that. And I know that's also why it's been a little difficult, right? It's been a little tricky because you're like, guys, I see this. How do you not see this? Hello? But remember, like, you're magical, and you're meant to be magical. You're meant to be that fairy tale for other people, right? You are meant to embody that. Once you get to that level, that's what you're meant to do. And then what happens? The universe around you quite literally unfolds the reality to make that happen and to make you be that light for other people, because the universe is like, yes, we got another one. Yes, let's go. Let's send them out there. Go, baby, go. Okay? It's quite literally like, go, baby, let's go. Let's go all over the world. Let's show the whole world. Let's live in luxury. That's what happens. Because God then wants to show everybody through you, because you've allowed yourself to be that beacon. Like, if you're wondering what happens when you ascend to higher levels, when you get higher levels of consciousness, your life becomes lighter. You get to slow down and decide what you do today, because you are then sitting in that creator role. And that's literally the thing that they've been scared of the most, my friends. But we did it. You did it. Good job. A good job. A good job, my friends. Good job. All right. So what else is coming for round 2? I know this is a long reading. Long reading for you guys. Round two. My head just went ping ping. So what that means energetically for me, right? My head, my crown chakra, my third eye, you are quite literally going to be pinged. Okay, those intuitive hunches that you get, I'm seeing a butterfly now fly through, they're going to happen a lot faster. It's going to happen a lot clearer. It's going to happen a lot more now. Why? Because you're sitting in I'm seeing that Queen of Cups energy, that Empress energy also, right? So trust and know, like, the more you claim your fame, I'm hearing, but this is like different, right? This ain't that egotistical. This is you and the universe being besties, because you guys are co-creating heaven on earth through your experience and through your invitation to allow this to expand into ways that have been quite literally unimaginable for many, right? So that's expect that in round 2. And this is your round 2. Remember, you're being rebirthed now. And it's a rebirth of your highest self into this human form. Quite literally. You're working through all the labels. Wow! You saw how that popped out? Where we're taking it. Wow! Look at how powerful you are. Knight of Wands. You see that? Also that fiery ring, it coming full circle. My totem for the Holy Spirit is a ring of fire, because it's all consuming, it's transformative. Fire is, to me, the spirit in physical form. It changes things, quite literally, right? And it's up to us, our perception of it, fire, of how we view it, right? We can view fire from a lower perception of it being destructive. Oh my God, if you light something on fire, it burns away, right? But then from a higher level of perception, if we're like, well, wait, if we burn old crops, that actually fertilizes the soil to get double the growth the next season. Whoa, then fire is a great thing, is it not? And then not only that, if we go even higher to this spiritual aspect of life, right? Being baptized by fire, so to speak, being thrown into situations with the Wheel of Fortune coming back that we don't see the magnitude of at that very moment, right? But in its essence, we're quite literally walking with the Holy Spirit, completing activations and cycles for not only ourselves, but the masses. Like, that's powerful. Okay? So now with this Knight of Wands energy, what can you expect for round 2? More of that. More of that. More of you allowing yourself to sit in that potential, but also to experience the surrender of the infinite nature of potential, right? Allowing yourself to drop any doors or walls that you may have in regards to, oh, well, this is what it has to be. No, it just because that's what it was in the past doesn't mean it has to be that now, because I am here. I am here now. I have arrived. And now that I have arrived in my full power, I can recognize, oh, wait, I get to decide. I get to decide. If we want rainbows and butterflies, I get to decide. Then that is what it shall be, rainbows and butterflies. And of course, right, you're going to have those other beings, other people, other influences, other energies, and which are simply mirrors of other aspects of yourself that has not yet been brought up, trying to pull you back down there, right? But the reason why they're trying to pull you back down is because they're looking for a lifeline up. So just remember to hold that light, hold that flame, hold that Holy Spirit in all its essence throughout every single cell in your body, and just allow the transformation to take place. Do your best not to have any expectations, right? Because when we have expectations, we're setting up limitations, right? We're just allowing the Holy Spirit to consume what we see, and trusting and knowing that since we've done that within ourselves by going internally and going deep, dark down there, that it then happens for the rest of the world. Literally. Literally. Okay? Quite literally. Okay. Also, you might be somebody who likes to stim out and speak in random tones and random accents. I quite love doing that as well. Love it. All right. So any final messages for this round 2 for this collective? I'm hearing have so much fun. Have so much fun. Page of Swords. Oh, what's behind it? With the Knight of Swords. Have so much fun. You remember, you have the ability. You are also with the Creator seated, quite literally. Have fun with it. Allow yourself to have fun. Allow yourself to go back to the magic, which I know you have already, and allow yourself to live out that fairy tale dream, because you're allowed to. You're allowed to now, and as you allow yourself to, you allow others to as well. Right? Look at that. Look how beautiful. Walk into the sunset, because you are that sunset. You are the sunlight. You are the sunlight with the Queen of Wands split in the deck. You are the sunlight. Need I say more? You're the sunlight. You're the sunlight. Thank you. The earth was literally screaming for you. Oh, they would okay, so I'm going to share a dream that I had. How long ago was this? Whoosh. At this point, it was 4 months ago. So the basis of the dream, right before I went to sleep at night, I had prayed to God, and I asked for more clarity on what my purpose was, why I even came here in the first place, right? What am I doing here, God? Literally, I was like, God, just show me why am I here? What was why did I choose to come here? What was it? Well, I want to know, because clearly there was something, right? There's always something for us to come here. So I asked God to know what it was, and I surrendered. And that night when I went to bed, I can't believe I'm telling you guys this, but okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm dreaming, right? And in my dream, I'm floating throughout vast universes, and I'm observing things. And my role in this position is to observe and to make sure everything is in order. And I was told before in a dream that I am of the earth creation, but I was here when the creation started for this the earth, but I'm not of the creation, right? Like I watched earth be created, but I did not start on the earth, okay? So before, okay, anyway. So here I am going through God's creation, observing, making sure everything is okay, everything is in order. And as I'm literally flying through all space and time, jumping through portals, wormholes, seeing stars, galaxies, nebulas, like other solar systems shoot by me, it was beautiful and visceral. You feel everything, okay? And you remember it so clear as day. Like, okay, so I'm doing what God has asked me to do, observing and making sure everything is in order, and I faintly hear this cry. It's literally, I hear a female voice crying out for help. And I'm like, that is so strange, because I know for a fact there should not be any audible, that should not be occurring right now. I know like that there's something wrong like that. I should not be hearing that level of pain floating through. Like, where is this coming from? I needed to know, where is this coming from? I need to go see what's going on. I need to go see. So literally, my soul was jumping through wormholes. I went through one sun, then another sun, then another sun, then another, and then I'm getting closer. And as I'm jumping through all these portals of light, the sound, the cries for help are getting louder and louder. So I know I'm approaching it. I'm getting closer. As I get closer, all of a sudden, I see the earth. And I'm like, why? Like, why is the earth crying? Like, what is happening? Like, I need to go down there. I need to go down and figure out what is happening right now. So it is. As I descend closer to the earth, I'm shaking right now because of the energy. All of a sudden, this gray fog just appears everywhere. It looks, when it's a cloudy day, but there's like all these little bubbles in the clouds. They're not really bubbles, but there's bumps, kind of looks like sea foam, but not really sea foam. It was just a gray fog like this, right? And this is very dense. So I go from this out of space view of everything, of all that is, all of creation, and I'm going in now because I wanted to know what was going on. I needed to see for myself who's crying out, what's happening. And as I enter through that veil, there's what we experience as the earth in its full form, in full entirety. But where I am at that point is a substation. Okay, it's almost like a galactic entryway for Earth. And there's levels to this entry point. Okay. They're saying I need to be careful with how much information I release. Okay. Woo-haw. Okay. So now, basically, the whole point of me telling you all of this is because I asked God to show me what my purpose is here. Why am I here? How did I even incarnate here? Like, what was hello, God? And I was shown because I heard the earth crying out for help. And I am literally one with God. And I know that I'm here to help raise the collective of humanity, because the earth itself and the collective stuck here was quite literally crying. Like, you could hear it from galaxies away, light years away, guys. Like my whole, but I was in so much pain hearing it. Okay. So I'm sharing this with you because, one, this is part of why I'm here. Two, because you all need to understand and know, when you ask to be shown things and you surrender, you will be shown things. And what you will be shown, you will know. Because why will you know? You will feel it in your heart, in your soul, in your body. You just know. When you know, right? When you know something, and then it doesn't matter what anybody says, because you know. There's a different level to that, right? So trust and know that in this round 2 experience that you're going through, there are things that you are going to know. And when you know these things, stand in your truth. Stand in your power. And if you need help, call on the divine, call on your highest source, call on God, and be like, I need you to help me to stand steady in my knowing. Help me to hold faith. Help me to hold strong, because I know that as I'm holding strong, I am that beacon. I am that light. I am not only raising the level of energy and consciousness within myself, I am also thus raising the level of energy and consciousness within every single being whether sentient or not, that I am interacting with. Okie dokie. Every single layer of energy changes once you are there. All right. So get ready for round 2, because round 2 is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be, I'm hearing the ride of your life. Quite literally the ride of your life. Okay? And as you go through this, remember to stay grounded. Remember to stay grounded. Being grounded through this experience will be the greatest thing for you. Why? Because when you are grounded through this experience, you get to experience it through all levels. And the levels of integration that happen within yourself stay more solid, right? And that's what we need. And that's what you are. Like, skirt. Okay. You heard that? I don't know if you guys heard that. I don't know. All right. So get ready for your round 2. I am so proud of you. I am so, so proud of you. Great job. I have nothing else to say. Great job. God's proud of you. All of your angels are proud of you. I love you. Well done. Well done, my friends. Round of applause for you. All right. My name is Jennifer. I'm signing off.